Just want to make this perfectly clear. Any social media that may reference Moldavite, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, and or YouTube, that suggests that if you are not ready for given experiences, you do not need to purchase Moldavite. If you are not ready to acknowledge and or fix internal situations or external circumstantial events that may pertain to you and anyone that may not be best for you further along in your journey, do not buy Moldavite. I want you to understand now that I too have mentioned that in a few of my videos, some that will be posted very soon. I want to make sure that you know that it is not up to us, myself, or anyone else for that matter, to tell you what to do and what not to do concerning Moldavite. This stone comes with its own price, its own heavy price, via physically, internally, externally. Whatever you decide to run with, it may amplify and or enhance, but that is no one's business, no one's journey except your own. There are a lot of things, a lot of stories, a lot of situations that have taken place with people, around people, through people since purchasing Moldavite. But it is your choice. It is absolutely up to you whether you choose to buy Moldavite or not, whether you choose to experience it or not. Some people choose not to go near it. Some people choose to just, take it at face value. Some people choose to just simply play with it, collect it, set it aside, admire it from afar, whatever. I just highly recommend that, in all the way down to me, that you let no one tell you what to do concerning this stone. What I only meant, which you wouldn't know then, but will know now, is that if you haven't taken on the challenge of accepting, acknowledging certain things in your life that may not be beneficial to you, it may be best that you choose to be very careful once purchasing Moldavite, because it will amplify those things. It will set your energy and everything else around it on 10, and it won't stop. It will continue. It just may not be the way you hoped. So I just want you to understand that it's not up to us. It's not up to me or anyone else to tell you what to do. And that's speaking in general, just being very transparent. This stone, there's a lot that comes with this stone, but it's up to you to find that out for yourself. Don't let anyone deter you from purchasing this stone or being around it if it is something that you just absolutely feel that you want to be a part of, no matter how it may come to you, if it ever does. It is up to no one to tell you what not to do. But this might seem to be a very redundant video, and my apologies for that now, but I just wanted to make that clear, make that known, and wanted to help you all to understand that even in my videos, as mentioned, when I say do not buy Moldavite if you aren't ready, I don't mean that as, you need to strictly refrain from purchasing Moldavite because the things that you'll endure will tear you apart. That's just not true. My journey is not yours. What may happen with me may not happen with you. I mean, no one's story is the same. We all may share similar experiences, but no one's story is the exact same. So don't let me or anyone else deter you from getting a stone. I hope that you all choose your own journey without being influenced by TikTok or anything else. If you jump on anything, let it be because you want to. Let it be because it's something that you feel drawn to do, you feel led to do. But again, do not let anyone deter you from purchasing this stone, this tektite. If it is something that you want, if it is something that you are adamant about getting, about purchasing, about having in your space, in your life, anything in general that concerns this stone, do not let anyone deter you from it. It is not their place. It is not my place to advise you what to do and what not to do when it concerns this stone. It is your choice. It is completely and utterly up to you. I mentioned that, if I had anything extra to say, I would add it to the video. So here's what you're looking at now. But I wanted to just definitely make sure that you understand that if you want to purchase Moldavite, if it is something that has been on your heart, on your mind, if it's something that has just been rattling your spirit, you've been hearing so much about it, you think it's something you really want, you can afford it, and or just for any reason that you want to purchase it just because you can, by all means, do not let anyone deter you from purchasing this stone. There are a lot of things that may come with having this stone in your atmosphere. Simply thinking about this stone, coincidentally, that may take place. Just wanting to be near Moldavite or having touched it prior to purchasing it. I just advise that you are careful in all things that you do and or choose to be a part of concerning your money, your choices, your decisions, and anything. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much else to say about that, but I just really hope that if you do decide to buy this stone, you take the time to do a little research. If not, as I always say, move at your own risk, purchase at your own discretion. That it's up to you. And what happens after has nothing to do with anyone else. It's solely your personal and internal journey. All your own, no one else's. So, I'm probably gonna look back and be like, what in the world was I talking about? I don't know. But there you have it, and on to the next. What I want to acknowledge and make known, also what I want to correct, is the fact that in a few of my videos thus far, I've mentioned that if you are not ready for a particular shift, or if you are unwilling to acknowledge current issues and problems in your life, problems that are already there, problems that will be amplified if you just so happen to either come in contact with Moldavite or actually have Moldavite in your atmosphere. If you are not ready to deal with whatever issues that may bring about turmoil, change, a new perspective, anything that is just something that you may have just chosen to put to the side or put off, things that, you just choose not to deal with because you just don't have time for it, or it's going to cause a little bit of confusion or chaos in your life. Basically, what I'm saying is, in my videos, I've mentioned that if you are unwilling to deal with those things, if you are not ready to deal with those things, I've stated that you do not need to buy Moldavite. A chick in a TikTok video said, who are we to tell a person what not to buy, what not to purchase, what not to do, what not to get? And she is very right. In my videos, what I mean, what I meant, what I should have said is, if you are not ready for those things, I would highly recommend that you consider doing research before purchasing the stone. But by all means, if you want Moldavite, just for whatever personal reasons or whatever, for whatever reason, you are obviously more than welcome to do as you possibly choose. You are free to do as you choose. You are free to do as you will. Let no one stop you from doing anything reasonable that you want, that you have the ability to do. But again, you know, by no means, and you all may not even think much of it. Like you may not even think, oh, you know, it's really no big deal. Or you may think it's really no big deal. Or, you know, you may think I really, you know, just meant no harm by it. And I really did not. I meant no harm by saying you do not need to buy Moldavite if you are not ready. That is, in fact, the most inappropriate way to go about explaining the precautions before purchasing Moldavite, the, you know, necessary steps you should probably consider taking before buying Moldavite. But again, by all means necessary, you are free to do as you will. You are free to do as you choose. I would just highly recommend that you just make sure you know what you're getting into. And even if you don't know what you're getting into, I can assure you that just having this stone in your atmosphere, even touching it one time, even thinking about it, or, you know, experiencing a desire to want it, it changes a lot of things around you coincidentally. It's very odd, it's very strange, but it happens. And it's happened to a lot of people. A lot of people. So I just really wanted to quickly explain my intention behind saying, you know, do not purchase Moldavite if in fact you aren't ready for this or that, or if in fact you haven't, you know, worked on yourself or, you know, your life prior to buying it. I meant no harm. I mean no harm. So, you know, if you want to buy Moldavite just because you want it, by all means, go ahead and get it. If you want it because you just think it's aesthetically pleasing, again, 100% go ahead and do it, you know. If you want it because you've heard so many things about it, again, go ahead and buy it. If you can afford it and you know you want it, do it. If you want to get it for someone as a gift, do it. But just be careful, because there are things that comes with this stone, whether you like it or not, whether you choose to believe it or not, whether you know it or not. If you want it just because you want to buy it, just because you like stones, just because you're a collector, just because, do it. It is totally up to you. Let no one stop you. And that includes me. Again, you know, I just want to make sure I clarify that, because I meant no harm when I said do not buy it if such and such, or if blase square, you know what I mean, whatever. But I don't want to make this video much longer than it really has to be. I just really needed to put this disclaimer out there. If I feel the need to mention anything else further, I'll either attach it to this video or I'll create another video and post that. But do not let anyone deter you from buying Moldavite. I just highly recommend that if you do decide that this is a stone that you want to play with, or a stone that you choose to collect, or a stone that you just want to place around your home and give no thoughts to it, do a little research, you know, just look it up. Forgive me, someone had just walked by and I'm like standing by the wall. But yeah, just know what you're getting yourself into. It's really important, because there is a lot that comes with this stone. And, you know, I will be very honest. Well, as much as I am into crystals, this stone I was highly skeptical about. I'm just not one to put all belief in a stone. I do believe that each stone comes with its own energy, its own vibration. I believe that because it's fact. It is what it is. I also believe it because of the historical background crystals or stones carry in the Bible. So for that reason alone, my spirituality takes precedence, you know, in my belief system. And that's just the way I roll, it's the way I operate. But I just want you all to be careful, even at the simple thought of purchasing Moldavite. This piece looks, it looks a little funny the way I'm holding it now, but this is my piece that I thought resembled the anatomical heart, the heart within our bodies, and it still does kind of remind me of it, but I think it just kind of like depends on which angle I'm holding it at. Anyway, let me go ahead and leave you be now. Thank you all so much for watching. Crystal kisses and royal blessings.